Welcome to Learn English with Fun with 𝙛𝙪𝙣. Hi there, this is Govind here. Welcome to Learn English with Fun with 𝙛𝙪𝙣. Twice every week, we focus on English grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. In this episode, we are going to focus on vocabulary and we are going to have a conversation on 11 different ways to express sadness. In this episode, our AI robot is in a mood to come up with some humor every now and then to make it a real fun to learn. Remember, if you need any help with your English language skills, then be sure to check out with 𝙛𝙪𝙣 by subscribing to our Spotify podcasts or search Learn English with Fun. If you don't have a Spotify account, you can visit www.𝙤𝙪𝙣.com for the complete set of our podcasts, which are categorized as per the discussion. Do note that our podcasts are short and impactful and are posted twice a week.
My college professor is very worried about his recent studies on earthquakes because his findings turns out to be on a shaky ground.
Let us talk about real sadness. So I have got 11 of them. This time, 11 different ways in which you can say that you are sad. So let us go down through this list and I will also be giving you examples for each one of them. The first one is down. Well, when you're feeling down, it is just a general feeling that we have. Often we can't put a finger on exactly what the problem is. But we just wake up and it is one of those days where it is gloomy outside and nothing is bright. Nothing in particular, but you just feel a little down. So your friend might say, "What's up with you?" I'm not feeling so good today. I'm not sure what it is. I just feel a little down. I'd feel a little sad.
When I submitted my picture of bacteria, my teacher asked me, "Why is it blank?" Maybe she forgot that bacteria cannot be seen with naked eyes.
The second one, to feel blue. Well, we use the word blue a lot of times when we are talking about sadness. Blue Mondays usually come after a weekend or after a holiday. So when we feel blue, we feel sad. So if you are feeling blue, you are not happy in any way. You are feeling sad. "Oh, I feel blue." You should be feeling blue for the whole week. "I don't know what's up. I think I'll take her out for a nice meal on Friday and just see if we can get to the bottom of this." Feeling blue. Always remember that if you need additional help with your grammar, if you want to understand everything you hear or read and you want to express yourself completely, then check out www.𝙤𝙪𝙣.com, where you can take great online English courses on a range of different topics.
Govind, didn't you tell me that you will reward me with money if I made to the top 10 AI robots list? Well, you should thank me because I saved you that money.
Miserable. When somebody is miserable, they don't really feel so happy. You can be miserable because you've got a cold. "Oh, I have had this flu for 2 weeks now. I can't get rid of it. Coughs, sneezes, running nose, headaches. I really feel miserable and I don't know what to do. I think I'll just go home and stay in bed for 2 days." You can look miserable as well when you've got a real sad face. What are you looking so miserable for?
Hey, I uninstalled Facebook on seeing my friends post their vacation pictures. I uninstalled LinkedIn as I got depressed, seeing my colleague got the promotion ahead of me. I uninstalled Instagram as I got depressed, seeing my friends travel and enjoy their lives.
But I will never uninstall Reddit because the guys there are more miserable than me.
Distraught. A little bit more formal is distraught. Just be careful with the pronunciation. Let's run through with the spelling here. D-I-S-T-R-A-U-G-H-T. Distraught. Distraught. And when you are distraught, you are really sad. It could be because of a particular event. Perhaps the cat has run away and you can't find it anywhere. You have put up notices on trees, notices in shops. You have gone to a local animal rescue center but no sign of the cat, and it is just hasn't been seen for 3 or 4 days now. So you are distraught, meaning very, very sad at the loss of the cat, and you hope that it will return. So to be distraught about or over something, distraught about the lost cat or your long lost friend.
The doctor gave me 1 year to live, so I shot him with my gun. The judge gave me 15 years. Problem solved.
The fifth one is gutted. Gutted is a little bit more informal. When somebody is gutted, they are really disappointed about something. They didn't get a job, so they are gutted. They really had their heart set in getting that job. They want to get out of this company. They want to move on, make more money. And they really thought they had done a good presentation. They had gone through the interview well, but they got a no. Sorry, you did well, but we have found somebody a little bit better. So they are gutted. What's wrong with Ram? He is gutted. They lost the football final for school. It was his first year to play in the school team. They did really well to get to the finals, but they lost in the last few minutes. And yeah, I can't console him. He is gutted. So to be gutted means being really upset or really sad.
I was reading quantum physics theory book when my friend informed me that I was reading it upside down. It makes no difference, does it?
The sixth one, devastated. Again, this is a little bit more formal. Devastated when something happens. Devastated at the news. Devastated to hear what had happened. Let's say you can say the whole country was devastated to hear the news that there was a terror attack from the neighboring country. So the country was devastated. So everybody was feeling a little sad. Or indeed, the country could be feeling devastated when the team gets knocked out of the World Cup. What happened? How come we got beaten by such a team? So devastated. Really sad. Really unhappy about some bad news.
I have a doubt. People from France are called French, from Britain are called Brits, from Poland are called Poles, but people from Holland are not called Holes. Why?
Number 7. Desolate. Now you can use desolate in quite a few ways. And usually, desolate is about somewhere really lonely and very unhappy place, like a desolate island where there is nobody living on it, or a desolate village when everybody has moved out. So it can often be used in relation to places and things. But when we talk about people, he was desolated by the loss of his long friend. He had a friendship going back 30-40 years, and that friend died suddenly, and he is desolated by the death of his friend. So we use it in the way to describe how they feel deep down. Desolated by.
Did you know deer can jump higher than the average house? It's because of their strong hind legs and the fact that the average house can't jump.
The 8th one, inconsolable. Well, if we go back to the story about young Shyam who lost the football match, he was inconsolable. no matter what you said to him. And what am I going to do? And everybody is going to be upset at school. And so he was inconsolable, meaning he was crying or whinging, and nothing you said, he was inconsolable. So the best thing to do is leave him and he'd get over it eventually. So when somebody is inconsolable, it means whatever you say or whatever you try to do, you cannot relieve or take away that pain or that suffering. They are inconsolable. So they are crying or whimpering and just nothing can help. Inconsolable.
I can't understand this logic. If lawyers are disbarred, clergymen defrocked, doesn't it follow that musicians are denoted, models deposed, dry cleaners depressed?
Number 9. A broken man or woman. Well, when somebody is broken, it's not literally, it means figuratively. So, they are broken by what has happened. Perhaps they are broken man or woman because their relationships of many years is over. So, he is a broken man. He thought this was his life partner, or she is a broken woman because perhaps she also thought that this was the partnership for the rest of her life. So, a broken man or a broken woman based is usually around relationship issues.
When I was taking the first philosophy exam during my learning, I got an A+ grade. Are you aware? The question that I was asked is this a question? Discuss. I had replied, if that is a question, this is an answer.
The 10th one is at the end of your tether. Well, you are at the end of your tether. It means that you just cannot take anymore. Oh, I have had enough of this place. I am fed up arguing with the people all the time and fed up with the amount of pressure that my boss continues to put on me. You don't know what we do. I am just at the end of my tether. I think I am just going to hand in my resignation and go. Okay? So, to be at the end of your tether means to be end of your rope. You have had enough. You cannot take it anymore.
In my chemistry class, our professor had a gold ring in one hand and sulfuric acid in a beaker before him. He asked us, if I drop this gold ring into this beaker, will it dissolve? I replied no. The professor said, good. And will you tell us why not? I replied, if it would dissolve, you wouldn't put it in.
The last one for this episode is as sick as a parrot. Now, this is really informal. It is one of those expressions British people use to talk about something when they are really sad. Perhaps their football team lost the cup. Perhaps their football team got relegated. Or he is as sick as a parrot. Yeah, meaning he really is unhappy. So it's quite funny and it doesn't really mean anything much except that somebody is really sad or unhappy because of some event. He did not get the job. He didn't get the promotion. His team lost. Yeah, he is sick as a parrot. Yes, it is one of those expressions that are normally attributed to and associated with games of football, particularly in British English. You wouldn't hear it in American English.
When I returned home from my college unannounced, I realized my parents had left for a vacation without leaving back the door keys. I kept talking for 2 days, but the door didn't open. I was taught in my college that communication is the key.
Okay, there were 11 particular expressions or alternative words that we can use to say sad. Let me go through them one more time with you. Down, feeling down. Blue, feeling blue. Miserable. Distraught. Just practice this pronunciation, distraught. Gutted, it's really informal. Gutted, devastated, desolate, and again the pronunciation desolate. Inconsolable, inconsolable, a broken man or woman. At the end of your tether. Sometimes they say at the end of your rope. But we used at the end of your tether. And then finally the funny one, as sick as a parrot. So these are advanced English words that you can use instead of saying sad. So try to practice them as always, and you know the drill by now. Try to practice them yourself. Try to get to know how to use them. You won't remember them all, but try to introduce them bit by bit into your written English or your spoken English. I hope you have enjoyed learning in a fun and an awesome way to think about vocabulary and ways of expressing the word sad. Remember that if you need help with your English, you should do two things. One, follow us on Learn English with Fun podcast episodes at Spotify. Two, check out www.𝙛𝙪𝙣-𝙪𝙤.com. We have lots of great online English courses, including IELTS, PTE courses. My name is Govind, and I will see you soon. Stay safe.